Today on the Trent Out Loud Podcast. Yo, why is this story in my speed news? Who gave me this horrible story? What up? It's your boy Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Thursday morning. Y'all know what that means. Yo, one more day to the long weekend. I'm amped. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to get the show started, literally so I could just go home, sleep, and wake up and get ready for Friday's show. That's how excited I am for the long weekend. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to kick it off. Anyways, let's get on with the show. I got two lead stories for you. We're going to talk about, our first lead story, we're going to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump getting ready for their debates. And our second lead story, we're going to talk about some backlash that GloRilla is facing. Then we're going to jump into quick news. We got something on Kel Mitchell, Clay, and Celina Powell. Stay tuned for that. That's actually really funny. And then also something about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Then we're going to jump into speed news. We're going to talk about Nicki Minaj, Rod Wave, Taye Diggs, Brian McKnight, 50 Cent, and Megan Thee Stallion. Then we got question of the day. And then, of course, we're going to close out, as we always do. We're going to touch on a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, devices, or your radios up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Joe Biden and Donald Trump agreed to participate in two debates before Election Day. All right. So it looks like President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump will face off in a debate once again. In fact, they will face off twice before Election Day. According to Time magazine, CNN will host the first debate, which will be held June the 27th. Biden welcomed the debate on a recent video saying, Donald Trump lost two debates to me in 2020. Since then, he hasn't shown up for a debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. Trump responded to the invitation and said, ready and willing. Trump further expressed his thoughts on the debate, saying, crooked Joe Biden is the worst debater I've ever faced. He can't put two sentences together. I'm ready and willing to debate crooked Joe at the two proposed times in January and September. President Joe Biden also called for a vice presidential debate to take place in late July after the Republican National Convention. So it looks like we're going to get the political version of Kendrick and Drake when Biden and Trump get to debating. One thing is fact, though. In the debates in 2020, Joe Biden did actually beat Donald Trump. There's no way to decide who wins the debate. It is like Drake and Kendrick, where it's up to, for speculation, not speculation, but it's up to the public to decide who the winner is. But I think unanimously people did say, even Trump supporters were like, yo, Biden did win that, because literally Trump was such a hothead in the debates. And Joe was more like calm, cool, and collective, and really was spewing out facts, while Trump looked very kind of like tight and very like argumentative. So I think this is actually going to be a good debate. It's actually quite interesting that Fox is not holding one of the debates, seeing that Trump is so ultra right. I hope people don't get mad at me for that, but he is ultra right. And it would more align for him to do a debate with Fox. But the first one is going to be CNN, which is more center left. And then from what I heard, the second one in September is going to be with ABC News, who again is more kind of like center left. So already before the debates even start, I take my hat off to Donald Trump for entering in those forums that are not going to be leaning towards him, and and neither will the audience for those networks be leaning towards him. But I think he is extra confident knowing that Joe has some difficulty speaking. And in 2020, I don't know, how old was Joe Biden at that time? He's 81, 82 now. So he was probably 77 and 78 at that time. And now as we go further, Joe is having more difficulty with his stutter and his speaking. So, maybe the Trump team looks at this like this could be the nail in the coffin. If you could, win over the people who were in the middle or the undecided voters, and you could just make Joe Biden literally look like he's incompetent and he really can't put two sentences together, they might be able to win over the not the liberals, but the independents and the non-voters. That's, to me, what I think is going to happen. But I'm happy that Donald Trump is going to take this. That is literally what, running for president is literally debates. That's where presidential campaigns are won and lost. So I'm happy to know that Donald Trump is going to debate Joe Biden. For those of you who don't know, Donald Trump didn't participate in any of the Republican debates. And, he just said, like, why am I going to debate with these people who are, have 5 or 6% or 7% where I'm at like a 42? There was no need. And he was right. He didn't go in any of the debates, and he is the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party. So I am excited about this. It's literally the political Kendrick and Drake. Actually, you know what? That's giving Donald Trump too much credit. Because he would have to be Kendrick or Drake, and he is neither. And neither is Joe, right? So anyways, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, this is going to be the back and forth in the political spectrum. I'll read to you before I close out the story. I'll just read to you the official tweets that Joe and Donald Trump put out. Joe Biden said, "I received and accepted an invitation from CNN for a debate on June 27th. Over to you, Donald. As you said, anywhere, anytime, any place." Donald replied, not on Twitter, but on his platform, Truth Social, and said, "It's my great honor to accept the CNN debate against crooked Joe Biden," and he put this in capital, "the worst president in history of the United States and a true threat to democracy on June 27th. Likewise, I accept the ABC News debate against crooked Joe on September the 10th. Thank you, DJT, Donald J. Trump." So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Well, actually, I'll tell you the next story, and then I'll give you guys the addresses of where you can let me know what you guys think. So yeah, that's it. On to lead story number 2. All right, in our second lead story, fan shares an update after a video of GloRilla agreeing to donate to her tuition goes viral. All right. Okay. So this story is a little complex. I'll try to read it to you and make sense, and then you guys let me know how you feel. Well, I'll give you my take, and then you let me know how you feel. So there is a student called Victoria Whitehead. Okay. So Victoria Whitehead recently shared that GloRilla offered to pay $5,000 towards her tuition. In an update video, Victoria shared that she hasn't heard anything from GloRilla or her team since the conversation they had April 17th. Okay, so I have a little bit of a video, so I'll try to play as much of it as I can for copyright reasons, but here is the video of GloRilla saying that she will help Victoria Whitehead pay her tuition. Okay, listen to this.
I give you a donation.
Okay, thank you.
Well, yeah, give her information. I'm gonna send you 5,000.
Okay, so like I said, I couldn't play the whole thing, but I'll give you guys a rundown. So there's a fan of GloRilla. She goes up to, it looks like to be like in a car or a van or a Sprinter, and she's like, "Hey, I just want to know, could you help me out? I'm a young student, and my tuition is $30,000. So GloRilla is like, "Yo, well, let me know. Give me some backstory. Why should I help you out?" And she's like, "Well, I want to go into criminal justice, and then I want to go into the army, and I want to give back. I want to help people. I want to help the culture." So GloRilla is like, "Wow, okay, $30,000 is a lot." So then Victoria's like, "Listen, you don't have to pay the whole $30,000. I'm just saying, could you help me out?" And then GloRilla is like, "Okay, well, I maybe can't pay the whole $30,000, but I'll give you a donation, and I'll give you $5,000. And she's like, "Cool, no problem. If you want to pay the whole 30, cool, but I'm very happy with the $5,000. So after that happened, Victoria Whitehead put out that GloRilla hasn't paid her the money. And what is it? May the 16th. So we're close to a month. So this is now how the story is continuing. The internet is wondering what's going on after Victoria Whitehead, who is a student, says that she's never heard back from GloRilla's team after the rapper said she would give her a $5,000 donation towards her college tuition. If you recall, the incident occurred April 17th, and the student shared a video yesterday of the interaction that quickly went viral. After many people asked for an update, Victoria claims she never heard back from the rapper or her team. A source exclusively tells the Shade Room GloRilla's team has been working to verify Miss Whitehead's school account in order to apply the payment. The source adds, GloRilla has a heart of gold, but never skips steps. So basically, GloRilla's team is like, oh, we're still paying for this, but we just want to make sure she's really a student. We want to make sure that this $5,000 goes towards her tuition and that GloRilla is not getting hustled. Okay, so the headlines are: sources say that GloRilla's team is working to verify college students' account. All right, so that's the whole story. Here's my thing, right? I understand, you know what I mean? I understand having, 10 seconds with your favorite celebrity who we think has all the money in the world. And that's the first mistake. Stop thinking that just because somebody's a celebrity, they're rich. Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, yes, those celebrities are rich. GloRilla just came on the scene the other day. She's probably in debt to her record label and doesn't have money like that to just be giving away, but no problem. Fine. I understand you asking her, right? I understand GloRilla being being videoed by her fan, knowing that things are going to go viral and saying, yo, I can't really give you the $30,000, but I'm going to give you, $5,000. I personally don't feel like it's fair to GloRilla to put her out on Front Street like that and be like, yo, I met GloRilla and she said she's going to give me $5,000. Like, there's no contract being signed. There's no reason for her to be giving you $5,000. In the moment, if she was like, yo, tell me why I should help you, and she decides that she doesn't want to help you, it's like, just because she said she was doesn't mean that that's a commitment, and doesn't mean that that's a verbal contract. You know what I mean? Like, let me go back actually, and I just want to hear exactly what her exact words for her when she said her $5,000. Let me hear this.
I give you a donation.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Well, yeah, give her information. I'm gonna send you 5,000.
All right. I mean, look, she does say, I'm going to give you a donation. I am going to send you 5,000. I don't know. I still think that there's no obligation for her to give you a donation. A donation is something that's given from the heart. Let me Google. Y'all know I love to Google stuff. Let me Google donation. I want to see something. Donation. Something that is given to a charity, especially a sum of money. An action of donating something. What is a true meaning of donation? To make a gift, especially to a charity or a public institution. Yeah, the act or instance of presenting something as a gift, grant, or contribution. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. If somebody says, yo, I'm going to give you a gift. If GloRilla decides that she doesn't want to give you a gift, or she decides, like, yo, I don't have that right now, I don't think that she needs to give it to her. Like, and I guess now that I'm thinking about it, like, I guess it's also too, it's that Victoria, I can't remember her name, Victoria Whitehead. I guess it's her right too to kind of put that out, but I just feel like it's kind of dirty, Vivica Whitehead. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn, man. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm on the fence. Like, if somebody says they're going to give you, actually, no. If somebody says they're going to give you a gift and they don't give you a gift, they can't be held accountable for that. You can only hold somebody accountable if they owe you something. You know what I mean? If they owe you money. That's like somebody going to a store saying, I'm going to buy this. Well, I'm not going to buy it anymore. Just because somebody says I'm going to buy something and they change their mind, they're not going to buy it. You can't get mad at them for that. So yeah, I'm on GloRilla's side. I know that her team is probably playing like damage control right now and be like, yo, just donate the girl the money. But yeah, I don't feel like she needs to. That's a gift. That's a donation. I don't feel like she needs to. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it. All right, you guys let me know what you think. What do you think about this GloRilla situation? What do you think about Donald Trump and Joe Biden? Joe Biden. You know I'm thinking about hip hop. Joe Biden and Donald Trump and their debates. Who is going to win the debates? Who do you think is going to win the presidential election in November? Do you think Biden or Trump is going to win? And let me know. As you could tell, let me know about GloRilla. As you could tell, I'm kind of on the fence and leaning towards GloRilla. But let me know what you think GloRilla should do in this situation. Do you think because she said she was going to donate that she has to donate the money and she's in the wrong? Let me know. Send me an email, trentoutloud@cfqr600.com. Comment below this YouTube video or send me a DM at any of my social handles at Trent Out Loud. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Kel Mitchell recalls his ex-wife being impregnated by another man during their marriage. All right, Kel from Keenan and Kel was on Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. I keep telling you guys every time I talk about Club Shay Shay, make sure you follow Shannon Sharp on YouTube and listen to all of his interviews. He is literally like the new Oprah. Like it gets people talking. It's always salacious. It's always a good interview, and it's always something that goes viral. I don't know how he does it and gets people to like literally spit their truth, but shout out to Shannon Sharp. He is definitely inspiring. But I haven't seen it. I literally just heard this going viral, and I'll read to you the story and I'll play you a little clip. Kel Mitchell recalls his ex-wife telling him that she was pregnant by another man during the course of their relationship.
She ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine.
So yeah, she had an abortion, and when she had the abortion, she let him know it wasn't his. I have not seen the interview yet, but I literally just caught this online, like going viral. But I will try to catch an interview, and I'll fill you guys in on more details tomorrow. But if you haven't seen it, check it out, and let me know what you guys think about it. All right, in our second quick story, Kale Gleifson sent an apology to his mom after she reacts to his relationship with Celina Powell. All right, this is actually really funny. So I don't know if you guys saw, but the entire weekend I saw Celina Powell and Clay making TikToks like in bed, on the couch, yo, we love each other, going this or whatever, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, what is this? Like everybody was like, yo, new bae alert, new relationship alert or whatever. For those of you who don't know, well, I'm sure most of you out there know, but Celina Powell she's an OnlyFans star, and she's basically a porn star, right? So you don't normally see people like that with porn stars. So I was just like, all right, I guess Clay's just in love with her. Like, all the more power to him. Like, he doesn't care about her past. Like, great, good for him. But he literally came out today, and apparently his mom was like, yo, who are you with, and why are you making all these videos? And this is the headline where it says, Clay's mother speaks out amid his recent link up with Celina Powell. And his mom said, Jesus will allow things to occur. He's still trying to get your attention. Please surrender to him. He wrote back to his mom. Why all this is playing out on Instagram, I cannot tell you. People literally share too much. But Clay wrote, Happy New Day. He said, my first rule for folks following me on social media, do not send me any inappropriate videos. I'm not going to call you out. However, you know who you are. Second, listen to this. I didn't know who Celina Powell was until everybody started sending me her YouTube information. And then he put a throw up emoji. Okay. And then he says, it's very interesting that some men will lose everything thinking the apple is good, but is a forbidden choice. And he put in brackets, do better. He said, the deceiver uses old tricks to attack and destroy. I feel like that's probably some Bible or like religious references. But the key point here is that he had a throw up emoji, and he had no clue who Celina Powell was. And he wrote, Clayton Alexander, you know Jesus will allow things to occur. He's still trying to get your attention. Please surrender to him. In closing, I pray that everyone reading this gives the same attention to other things that matter, like helping support your local food bank and volunteering in your local communities. I pray that everybody has a wonderful day and purpose. Signed, Straight Shooter. And then he wrote, heard you, mom, my apologies. Yo, how do you meet a girl and have no clue who she is, literally get on TikTok with her, do a bunch of videos that are going viral, and you have no idea who this girl is? I don't know if I believe that, man. Like, are you joking? Like, come on, man. You're not going to meet a girl, know her TikTok, and not Google her. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you would meet a girl just in a club and Google her. But if you guys are making TikToks and she's adding you on her TikTok, you must want to go to her TikTok and be like, yo, why does she have 2-3 million followers? You go to her Instagram. Why does she have 6 million followers? She must be somebody. You Google her and find out she's a porn star, bro. Before you put yourself on camera with this girl, yo, this guy's a joke. Anyways, man, I just thought that was funny. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. Will you jump on TikTok with people before you know who they are, man? Send me an email or comment below or send me a DM at any of my social handles. All right, in our third and final quick story, gossip alert. I hate doing gossip stories, but yo, I got to do what I got to do. Inside sources claim that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck has secretly called it quits. Ben has already moved out. And they said that there's no way this could have lasted. So I'll read you a bit of the story. It looks like Jenny from the block has allegedly headed towards divorce again. According to In Touch magazine, Jennifer and her hubby Ben Affleck has secretly split and are living in separate houses. The couple, who was married in 2022, has been raising suspicion about the relationship status recently after Ben didn't attend the Met Gala with Jennifer despite being a co-chair of the event. Even though Ben was filming a movie at the time, the sources claim the real reason he wasn't there is that him and Jennifer are no longer together, and he's trying to exit the stage left immediately. Open quotations, the writing is on the wall. It's over the insider dishes. They're headed for divorce, and for once, Ben is not to blame. He focuses on his work and his kids now, the insider says. Ben has already moved out, and they're likely to sell their dream house they spent 2 years searching for. They'll never stop loving each other, but she can't control him, and he can't change her. There's no way that it could last. This could be J-Lo's fourth failed marriage if the couple does divorce. Yo, I am not surprised at this at all. If you ever see Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez out anywhere, he literally looks like he wants to shoot himself in the head. Like, I don't feel like he likes her kind of like hip hop, dancing, hip hop and R&B roots. And it's like he kind of just like he's like putting up with it. You know what I mean? And her kind of like quote unquote like diva ways, where Ben is kind of just like, yo, he's from Boston, right? Like, he's just Boston, just straight of the line, just like normal dude. And Jennifer is too like, yo, hip hop, R&B kind of like princess vibe. I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but yo, I never liked those two together. And every time I see them, he always looks like he is not down and he does not want to be in the room with her. So anyways, shout out to Ben and Ben and Jennifer. And Jennifer Lopez is heading for her fourth divorce. All right, this brings us to speed news. Ring my bell. Nicki Minaj celebrates her historic sold-out Pink Friday tour. Nicki Minaj's first leg of her U.S. tour, Pink Friday 2, was groundbreaking and historic. According to The Source magazine, the queen, Nicki Minaj, has 36 sold-out shows, making her the first female rapper to sell out every show consecutively on her tour. Pink Friday 2 is also the highest grossing tour by a female rapper in history. So shout out to Nicki Minaj. People were saying at the beginning of her tour, like, oh, all the dates are not sold out. Okay, what's going on or whatever. And she probably kind of maybe lowered the prices on some tickets. But at the end of the day, that's 36 tours in the US. I think that's probably including Canada because she was in Montreal and Toronto. I think she did 2 days in Toronto. So her North American tour was sold out. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Everybody else tries to hate on Nicki Minaj, man. But yo, shout out to Nicki. I'm actually going to talk about her in question of the day, actually. So stay tuned for that. But shout out to Nicki. All right. In our second speed story, Rod Wave jumped on Twitter and he put literally like, I don't know, maybe like 30 or 40 heartbreaking emojis. Didn't write anything. He just wrote like heartbreaking emojis. And then somebody wrote underneath, he said, damn, Biggie, do you ever have a good day? And he wrote back to the person, F you ho. So it's like, people are literally just trolling Rod Wave for always just being sad and broke heart. I mean, this guy's an R&B singer. Like, what do you expect? But yeah, so the caption is like, Rod Wave is tired of y'all. So we don't know where these heartbreaks come from, but and also too, he's probably just mad that the girl just called him Biggie. But yeah, he is always a little too sad out here. So I understand the trolling, but I just thought that was really funny. I thought her response was funny and his response, we just said, yo, F you, ho. Yo, shout out to Rod Wave, man. Pick your head up, bro. Yo, hopefully those heartbreak emojis aren't that bad and you're having a good day. All right, in our third speed story, Taye Diggs puts out a video saying he misses his facial hair so much and he wish he never shaved it off. Yo, why is this story in my speed news? Who gave me this horrible story? We have a little video of Taye Diggs missing his facial hair. Here it is.
I just had to shave all my facial hair off for this role that I'm playing in the movie.
All right, I'm not playing that on my podcast, but I do feel your pain a little bit. One time, I cut down my beard actually really low, and I really regretted it. So I understand how you feel. For men, our beards and our mustache is like a woman's makeup. You've heard that online millions of times. It's 100%. Like if I were to shave off my beard, I would literally feel like I'm walking around naked. So I do feel your pain. But you also did this for a movie role that you could probably get paid millions of dollars for. So we ain't feeling sorry for you out here, Taye Diggs. All right, this brings us to our fourth speed story. Brian McKnight's son finds out his father wasn't there for his birth via a social media post after Brian made a heartfelt post to his new wife on Mother's Day. Yo, this is crazy. I actually haven't talked about this on my podcast. I'll quickly bring you guys up to speed and I'll read to you Brian McKnight's post. So Brian McKnight's kids from his past relationship, he's kind of like disowned them. I'm not 100% sure why, but there's some beef with his ex-wife and like his kids, like he's just like, yo, I just want to forget that whole other life I've had. And he wants to concentrate on his wife now and his present new kids, okay? I'm paraphrasing. Maybe there might be some more details, but it's pretty much what it is. Anyways, this is what he posted out. Just imagine you're estranged from your father and you follow him on Instagram and you find this out. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's literally like paragraphs, but his son highlighted this where he said, Brian McKnight wrote a bunch of stuff and he goes, this was my first ultrasound. And he said, thank you for giving me my first experience of witnessing my child coming into this world. Yo, just imagine how that must feel that your father is talking to his new kid and he finds out that, yo, I wasn't even there for my first kid. Yo, that would stab me in my heart, man. Yo, that's just crazy. Brian McKnight is one of my favorite R&B artists, by the way. But the things that I've been hearing about Brian for the past month or so, they say you need to learn to separate the person from the artist. But I have a hard time doing that, man, because I really love Brian McKnight. Well, I love Brian McKnight's music. But yo, that's cold, man. I feel bad for his son finding out. If I were to find out my dad wasn't there and I found out through an Instagram post that he's talking about to his new son, that'd break my heart. All right, in our fifth speed story, 50 Cent speaks on Jay-Z. Okay, actually that that headline is actually wrong. It should be 50 Cent trolls Jay-Z. So you guys go to my YouTube page and you have to see this picture that 50 Cent posted of Jay-Z. It's almost like if you were at like the Ring cameras that kind of have those kind of fishbowl lenses, and it's literally like Jay-Z super, super, super close up, and all you see is his nose and his lips, and he's wearing sunglasses. And under the picture, 50 Cent caption, Jay in hibernation, he ain't coming outside till this ish with Puff blows over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. He said, I'm all you got, I'm outside. So you know that 50 Cent and Jay-Z has always had this kind of like back and forth. And I've talked about this a couple of times on my podcast where it's alleged that Jay-Z has worse skeletons in his closet than Diddy does. Now, I understand that that is a lot, knowing that Diddy has 5, 6, or 7 civil cases, and the feds literally just raided 2 of his homes. But apparently, you guys know that Jay-Z and Diddy are very close. So apparently, before he was married with Beyonce, that apparently Jay-Z was wild out here. Like I said, I've talked about this a couple of times, and there's even rumors that Jay-Z had this girl killed, and there's a bunch. This is a bunch of things going on. We don't know if it's true or not, but apparently 50 is like, he's been kind of like poking at Jay-Z a little. And rumors are that we will start seeing some civil suits come to light. What I think is going to happen is that if there are civil suits, Jay-Z saw what happened to Diddy, and Diddy lost all of his contracts and lost all of his his business deals. So Jay-Z is probably literally just paying off these civil suits, making sure nothing comes to light. Like I just talked about yesterday with academics, these are civil cases, not criminal. So you could literally just pay people what they want to not say anything, and it just goes under the radar. So who knows if we'll see Jay-Z not pay somebody, but I feel like we're not going to hear anything. But anyways, that's the moral of the story. And that's why 50 Cent is trolling Jay-Z. All right, in our 6th and final speed story, Megan Thee Stallion kicks off her Hot Girl Summer Tour. Yo, shout out to Megan, man. Megan and GloRilla kick off Hot Girl Summer Tour. And the reason just why I wanted to throw this in here real quick is that real quick, you guys remember a couple of weeks ago when Charlamagne and Jess Hilarious were talking about Megan Thee Stallion, and she shouldn't do arena tours, and she should be doing smaller venues. And then Charlamagne was like, hey, I didn't mean it that way. And there's all this controversy about Megan Thee Stallion. All of her tours are not being sold out, and she's selling tickets for $24. Just wanted to let you guys know that the tour is on. She is out there. She is doing arena dates, and it has kicked off. So any Megan Thee Stallion fans or GloRilla fans, I'm a fan of both, by the way. I think there's still some tickets available, but the tour is officially on. They will be in arenas. I don't know if she's coming to Montreal. I'm sure she's probably coming to Toronto. But any Megan Thee Stallion fans, make sure you check out Megan Thee Stallion and GloRilla on tour, Hot Girl Summer. Tell them Trent Out Loud sent you. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, this is a cool question of the day, a little bit different. Is what rapper is incredibly talented but gets zero recognition? All right, so somebody put emoji of Will Smith, Fresh Prince, and DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. First of all, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince have gotten recognition. They won the first rap Grammy. But I think what you're alluding to is that they don't get respect in the rap world. So I'll accept that. And somebody said, y'all gonna respect Kesha Doll one day. Somebody wrote Joyner Lucas. Everybody keeps saying how dope Joyner Lucas is. I have not heard a lot of his tracks. I definitely got to check him out. With Hey Nicole 82 wrote Wale. Wale's dope, but for sure, you're right. He does not get recognition. Dukas the Great wrote Big Kurt. Facts. Too Much Lucianer 82 wrote Joey Badass. All right, I mess with Joey Badass on Raising Kanan. I haven't heard any of his tracks. All right, another person wrote, okay, I'm not going to read that. Sorry. Flo Milli. Somebody wrote Flo Milli. Somebody wrote Killer Mike prior to this year because he just literally won three Grammys, but he still doesn't get the recognition, like the popularity he deserves. Shout out to Killer Mike. Somebody wrote K Camp. Somebody wrote Don Tip. Lola Brooke. I love Lola. She's dope. Somebody again wrote Jonah Lucas. King Griff said Jadakiss. Yo, shout out to Kiss, man. One of my favorite MCs for sure. Ivanka Banks wrote Lloyd Banks. I'm sure that's probably why she has that name. But shout out to Lloyd Banks. G-Unit. Another person wrote Jonah Lucas. Yo. Somebody wrote Big Sean. For real. Big Sean is underrated. This guy could flow. Young Nudie. Know who that is. Lady London. Yo, shout out to Lady London. That was actually going to be my answer. Lady London is so dope. I don't know why she doesn't have a record deal or why she has an album out. But if you guys want a dope female artist, she's just dope regardless. But as for a female artist, she's super dope. Google or follow Lady London. She's amazing. Somebody said Fabulous, 100%. Kesha Doll, Big Kurt again. Somebody put Kesha Doll again. Yo, I would feel like Kesha Doll and Big Kurt kind of won this pretty much. DDG. Yeah, Royce 5'9". Yeah, Royce 5'9". Shout out to Royce. Young Dro, for real. All right, that's it. Okay, you guys did pretty good. Jonah Lucas, yeah, again. So I would say Jonah and who else? Who am I forgetting? Jonah and who's the other one that got a lot? Jonah and yeah, I would say the winner is Jonah Lucas. So go check out Jonah Lucas, and also trust me, go check out Lady London. She's super dope. All right, this brings us to sports news. All right, so the Boston Celtics are officially in the Eastern Conference Finals. No surprise, they beat the Cavaliers 113-98. Boston won the series 4-1. We all knew that was going to happen, but shout out to the Cavs for making an effort. I think it was the first time they made it to the playoffs without LeBron, so shout out to the Cavs. And then who else played last night? Yeah, so Dallas Mavericks beat OKC 104-92. OKC just, I don't know, they just don't look like they were hungry. Something was off with them last night. So now the series is 3-2. I'm not sure where they're going back. Was that just in Dallas or in OKC? I think they're probably going back to OKC. Anyways, I can't remember. So it looks like Denver probably is going to pull that off. Sorry, it looks like, Dallas Mavericks. It looks like Daverick. Yo, I can't talk. It looks like Dallas Mavericks are going to pull it out. I think they're probably going to win. If anything, we'll go to Game 7, but it looks like they're probably going to win that series. It looks like my Minnesota Timberwolves are not going to win, and it looks like Denver is probably going to pull it out. So the Western Conference Finals is leaning towards like it's going to be Denver and Dallas. If that happens, I'm definitely going for Dallas. It would be nice to see Kyrie win a ring without LeBron. Y'all know me, I'm a LeBron hater. So yeah, it would be nice to see Kyrie win a ring without LeBron. And I do like Luka, so it would be nice for Luka to win, or at least go to the finals. But I'm everything anti-Denver, and it looks like it's probably going to be New York and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Anyways, it's shaping up to be a good Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and definitely a great final. So shout out to the NBA for that. All right, that is my show wrapped up for Thursday. Yo, I cannot wait for tomorrow. It's Friday. Hold on, I'll keep my chant for tomorrow. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're used to listening to this podcast on podcast platforms or watching it on YouTube, please try to check us out weekdays from Monday to Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com from any device anywhere in the world. You can listen to the Trent Out Loud podcast while we mix in the show with 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B, or you can also catch it on 600 AM on your radio stations in the Montreal area. Vice versa, if you're used to listening to the Trent Out Loud podcast on CFQR600.com or 600 AM in your radio, and you can't always catch us from 11 to 12, just know you can always catch us daily at any time on demand on podcast platforms or on YouTube. Just go to whatever podcast platform you're on or to YouTube and type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. It's uploaded daily. We understand you cannot always catch us on the radio from 11 to 12, so we make sure that you cannot, so you don't ever have to miss a show. Catch us on YouTube or podcast platforms. I am out. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.